no doubt about it, there is something strange going on in Cleveland. I think we have a inside war that we really don't know what war is going on. Is it Andrew Berry versus Kevin Stefanski? Is it Shedeur Sanders versus Kevin Stefanski? There's a lot that's definitely...
Cleveland can't go a week without a plot twist, and this one might be the biggest yet. According to Mary Kay's report, Shedeur Sanders could finally be on his way back, and allegedly the play calling might be pried out of Kevin Stefanski's hands and handed to Tommy Rees. Read that again. The coach who's clung to control like it's oxygen might be watching the call sheet walk across the room. Does that sound like Stefanski suddenly seeing the light? Not really. It smells like ownership in the front office stepping in after weeks of booze, empty drives, and a fan base that's been done begging. Call it damage control, call it survival. But if it happens, it's the first real sign this franchise might stop protecting egos and start protecting wins. Shedeur's return has felt inevitable for months. Everyone saw it coming except the people paid to see it first. The offense stalled out, the chemistry flatlined, and the crowd checked out. Meanwhile, the rookie reportedly kept working in silence, training on his own time, staying ready while a vague stiffness story did laps on the timeline. When his family pushed back and said he wasn't injured, Stefanski shrugged like it wasn't his focus. Not his focus? Then what is? Another week of checkdowns and 3 and outs? That's not leadership, that's denial dressed as discipline. If you're rocking with this and want more breakdowns, the second they drop, tap subscribe and stick around. This saga changes by the hour. What makes this leak explosive isn't just Shedeur, it's the Rees angle. If Tommy Rees really gets the sheet, that's a philosophical reboot. Stefanski's play calling has looked like he's calling the game through oven mitts, risk-averse, rhythmless, and allergic to momentum. Rees, for all the debates about his resume, builds quarterbacks a runway. Tempo, defined reads, confidence throws that stack first downs and then pop shots when safeties start cheating.
Something going on here that is weird, strange, and dysfunctional. Because the answers to the questions and the logic from the moment they drafted him to right now, incongruencies and inconsistencies.
Pair that with Shedeur's profile. Calm feet, quick eyes, precise timing, controlled aggression, and suddenly an offense that's been tiptoeing looks capable of walking fast and talking louder. Reportedly, some inside the building are already buzzing that an evaluation stretch could be coming after the bye. Translation, Gabriel's leash might be down to drives, not weeks. None of this erases how we got here. The mystery injury fog, the learning the system stall, the public defense of a plan that wasn't working, fans felt gaslit, and the locker room reportedly felt it too. The apology train shouldn't stop with the crowd. Shedeur deserves one as well. The kid's been used as a headline and then treated like fine print. If this flip is real, own it. Say the quiet part out loud. The plan failed, the schedule changed, and the best guy to spark the room wasn't the one on the field. Then hand the ball to the player who kept his head down while everyone else lost theirs. Now, if Rees does take over, here's what changes immediately. In football terms, not press conference poetry. Expect early rhythm throws to stress leverage, quick game from condensed sets, boundary choice routes that give Shedeur answers versus pressure, and keepers that punish over-aggressive ends. Expect 3 or 4 green light checks he owns, pressure answer, boundary ISO, condensed set beater, plus 1 shot if they spin late. Expect protection honesty. Keep the tight end in until the rhythm is established, then expand. That's not flashy, that's functional. And functional is all Cleveland needs right now. If you want this kind of X and O translation every week, lightly tap that like button. It helps more than you think and keeps these deep dives coming. Of course, none of this matters if pride wins again. If this is just another PR feint, float Shedeur's name, float Rees's name, then roll out the same script Sunday, the blowback will be nuclear. Fans aren't just angry, they're exhausted. You can hear it in the stadium when a 3rd and 6 dies 2 yards short of the sticks.
Why did they take him in the 5th round? Why was he still there in the 5th round? Did he really want to come here? Would he rather have gone somewhere else? Who drafted him? Who really wanted him? Why didn't he get any reps and opportunities in training camp when he's the more talented guy and Dillon Gabriel?
You can feel it on the sideline when a defense that's played winning football points to the scoreboard like, we did our job. You can see it in post-game clips where veterans stare through cameras because the words feel empty. The next snap either changes that or it hardens into something you don't fix in a week. And let's be fair, Dillon Gabriel has fought, taken hits, and owned the mic like a pro. But results are results. 4 games in, the tape keeps saying the same thing. Late to windows, conservative by necessity, and a scheme trying to bubble wrap him into manageable stat lines while the scoreboard stays stuck. That's not a referendum on his future. It's a reality check on the present. If Reese is in, he's not inheriting a mystery.
Here we go. Cool. Y'all start us off. If you're here, you're here. Okay. I'm coming up high. Good? Here we go. Eyes down the field. Set. Good, we're reading those seams. I didn't think I was in harm's way. Standing over here. Hey, we're gonna do a lot of work when we climb up. Is keeping this thing on that now. These now that are gonna be tackling you, it's a different world, you feel me? It's a different world. You see Myles Garrett walking around with his shirt off? We gotta have that ready to roll. You know I'm mic'd up. I hope that makes it. Ball's on the right hash. Quick game. Push our timing on this. Ball's out. Good spot. Switch sides. Good timing. Hey, that's the timing we're after. Good rhythm, baby. I fucking love that. Hey, switch sides. So right away, we're not just going here. Our eyes are still here, and now we're reading that, and now we're coming back. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
He's inheriting a mandate. Raise the ceiling now. That likely means Shedeur, because his skill set, reportedly, is the only one in the room that tilts the field without perfect conditions. Pressure, it's suffocating. After the rumors, the benching, the whispers, this wouldn't be a return, it'd be a reckoning. But Shedeur's brand has always been composed urgency. He's built for noise. The job is simple in the loudest possible way. Start fast, protect the ball, punish late rotations, and make the easy look easy so the hard becomes available. One crisp opener, one clean 2-minute drill, one layered dig over a buzzing hook defender. And the building will feel different. The sideline will feel different. Cleveland will feel different. Tommy Reese plus Shedeur isn't a fairy tale, it's a test. If it's real, Cleveland finally chose results over optics.
To my understanding, he regretted that because he, for a moment, lost sight of the fact that any utterance of Shedeur becomes a big story. Yeah. He lost sight of that in answering that question. He didn't think it was a big deal saying, well, no, he's not getting for, you know,
it was a massive deal.
Yeah. So, and I heard that given a second chance, he would have answered that question differently. Okay. So I think he's still coming to grips with the sensitivity over the Shedeur Sanders issue.
If it's smoke, the city will treat it like smoke, gone with the first breeze and forgotten only after the booze. But imagine the other timeline. First drive after the bye, motion to empty, safety spins, Shedeur hits the glance off the RPO, then tempo to the line, boundary choice to move the chains, keeper to flip the hash, dagger to punish the flat-footed nickel, touchdown. The place wouldn't cheer, it would exhale. Months of tension gone in a single series.
But from everybody else. You know, again, they did not think they were going to find their franchise quarterback in this draft, but they wanted to draft at least one, and the first choice was Dylan, and they think Kevin had a large role in that. And he might not have had the same role in the selection of Shedeur. And just go back, I mean, he's the one who controls who gets first team snaps, second teams at third. Yeah, you know, here we are in the approaching the month of November.
So here's the ask of the people in charge. Stop trying to win the press conference and start trying to win the game. If the report's true, hand Reese the sheet, hand Shedeur the huddle, and hand the fan base the truth. If it backfires, the tape will say so. If it works, nobody will care how late you were to the right decision. Either way, the city gets honesty and the locker room gets clarity. That's how you rebuild trust in a week. We'll know soon. Insiders say meetings are loud, ownership is restless, and players can feel the ground shifting. If the next depth chart reads the way this town hopes, the Browns stop being the punchline and start being the problem again. If not, the fallout won't be subtle.
And Shedeur Sanders still has not received snaps with the first team offense. That is the direct dominion. The realization might have hit him this week. Because it certainly hit me that Gabriel's not going to be able to take him to the finish line. Yeah. You know, I think Kevin felt that once Gabriel got in there, I can win with him, you know, and over time develop him to keep him in there. But I think the The New England game was a terrible setback for Gabriel. And I think the realization during this bye week is we're not going to be able to get to the finish line with Dylan Gabriel.
Either way, I'll be here breaking every rep, every call, every tell, gently hit like if you want the film breakdown the moment he takes the field, and subscribe so you don't miss the drive-by-drive analysis when this story flips from rumor to reality. Because if Shedeur Sanders really trots out with Tommy Rees on the headset and the first ball leaves his hand on time, with pace, and into a window this offense hasn't even looked at in weeks, the sound you hear won't be hype, it'll be relief. Cleveland's been waiting for a reason to believe. Give them one. And if you're ready for that chapter, make sure you're locked in. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. When the call sheet changes hands, the whole season might too.